Hey everybody, welcome. Are we having some feedback here? Is there something wrong with our channel? We're having a little bit of not enough light issues. Let me make sure this other light's turned on. Maybe we don't have enough light.
We have enough light here. There we go.
There we go.
Now we got.
Hey, we're live. Welcome everybody. How are you? How is everybody out there in the web world? Welcome to All for Sci-Fi. As always, we're coming at you live from Woodland Hills, California. Today is Saturday. We're always here every Saturday at 3 o'clock. It's Saturday, March 26th. Yes, Captain Rickster. And I'm your host, Eric Walker. And next to me is the sidekick,
Captain Rickster.
Hello,
everybody out there in web world.
We got some really cool stuff today, guys.
Yes, we do.
I'm really excited. Excited about to share some news with you.
Mm-hmm.
Not just about about the show we're gonna have, which is always fun, right?
That's definitely
We always have a great time, but we got some exciting news to share with you guys. For today's show, we're also going to review the Halo series, which is based on episode 1. It's based on the game. I haven't played the game. Is the game any good?
I have no idea. I haven't played it in so long.
Okay. Well, hey, Mike's here. Hey, Mike. Say hi to
Hi,
Mike.
Mike. How we doing, Mike?
Mike's there, and Dante's here. Hey, Dante.
Dante.
You said there's an echo. Okay. Yes. Okay. I know why there's an echo. The echo should be gone. Thank you for pointing that out. Let's start all over. Ready? Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm Eric Walker for All for Sci-Fi, and next to me is
Captain Rickster.
There you go. I hope you guys can hear us now. In today's show, we got some real exciting news to share with you. Exciting Star Wars news.
Oh yes.
Before we do that, let's talk about today's show. We're going to be reviewing Halo, the game,
right,
which is based on the game. I've heard people say the game's not that great, but people love the series so far, and you know why? Because it's not like the game, and maybe that might be a plus.
It's not like the movie either that came out about Halo.
Right. Oh, the movie I heard was terrible.
Oh, that's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even rate that one.
Right.
There's no rating.
Yeah, they said the microphone's perfect now. So
Good.
Yeah, it's just a matter of I'm always trying to edit on the fly, and thank you guys for pointing that out. So you guys have a great show, and you could hear us, and you don't have to deal with the echo. Echo? What? Echo?
Echo?
Do I hear an echo?
Uh-huh.
Echo? Hello?
Do a repeat.
Or a parrot? You're a parrot?
What?
People call you a parrot?
Repeat.
Repeat. They call you Repeat? Is that your name?
Yeah, my name Repeat.
His name is not Captain Rickster any longer. It's called Repeat.
Captain Repeat.
Captain Repeat. Oh, boy. And you're wearing your All for Sci-Fi
Yes,
shirt
I am.
today. And I'm representing the Star Wars land.
Yep.
So that's pretty exciting. So also on today's show, we're going to go ahead and review Picard episode 2. No, not episode 2.
No,
season 2.
Season 2, episode 4.
Thank you, Captain Rickster. You got it more together today than me.
Well, hey, sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't.
That's funny. You got it together. Yeah. And this episode's called what? Let's see.
The Watcher.
Yeah. 2 things. Way to go. So we're gonna review Picard season 2, episode 4, The Watcher. And I am loving Picard. So I agree with you as well. Mike, Picard is really, really good so far.
So far it's good.
So I agree with you on that one. Captain, here's what Dante said. He says, it's Captain Repeat Trickster. Oh, that was funny.
I haven't tricked him in a while, so he's actually been looking at the date all the time now, so I can't trick him up on it.
Well, then I said the season wrong and the episode wrong.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was really good.
That's okay. Okay. So here you guys go. Before we get into the reviews, we're going to make some major announcements. Here's the first announcement. Next week, All for Sci-Fi will be streaming live from WonderCon. So we're going to be at WonderCon in Anaheim. I don't know if Mike, if you're going to be at WonderCon, let us know. We'll love to hang out with you. But we're going to be at WonderCon all 3 days, and we're going to be doing live walkthrough videos to show you guys, so you guys could see what it's like at WonderCon. So plus we'll be doing all kinds of reports and stuff like that. Mike said he is going to be there. So yeah, we have to hook up, Mike. So we will be there, and we'll have our press badges. We've also been approved for San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes, we did, yes.
Which means we're going to be at San Diego Comic-Con as well at the end of July.
Yep.
So in between WonderCon and San Diego Comic-Con, we have two major things that we're going to be doing.
Yep.
One of them is I'm going to be a judge, and I'm going to be at Bunta Eve, which is an event that's being put on by Mike's a part of it. So it's Bunta Eve. I will be there. I'll be one of the judges for the Star Wars universe's version of American Idol. It's called Aldrin Idol. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to be there, and that's the day. That's on the May 24th.
Yep.
So we'll put up links and stuff. I'll put it on my website. We'll put it all for Sci-Fi, so you guys know if you guys want to come and hang out the day before Celebration at Bunta Eve. It's going to be a lot of fun. Kevin Thompson's going to be there. Dominic Pace, Tim Donaldson, the two sisters, the mother and daughter, I think the Jawas from The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett.
Supposed to be there.
They seem like awesome little people. They're going to be there. I can't wait to meet them. And that's going to be exciting. But guess what else is exciting? Ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
We finally get some recognition.
Yay.
There's going to be a panel at Celebration called Celebrating the Ewok Adventures. So I will be there participating in the panel.
Yep.
It was Richard Wolosky and Sarah from Skywalking Through Neverland. I can't thank you guys enough. You guys have been great Ewok supporters. It's because of Richard and writing this in and getting this going. We are finally getting some recognition, and we're going to be doing a panel at Celebration. I can't tell you guys I'm going to be signing there, but at least we get to do a panel.
Right.
So, and John will be there in spirit. Yes, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for bringing that up. But that's going to be exciting. I can't tell you much about it yet, but we'll be making more announcements. We'll be sharing. So we don't have the date, and we know we don't know which day it's going to be or the time yet. They're still working that out with Reed Pop. Reed Pop is the group that handles Celebration, but exciting news, guys. So Mace Tawani and the Ewok movies, we're going to be doing a panel about them. Who knows? Maybe that will get them excited as well, and maybe something else might come out of that as maybe in the future.
That's true.
So, hey, Green Leader's there. Hey, Green Leader. Say hi to Green Leader.
Steve.
Yes. It's you won't be going to Celebration. Hey, you know what? That's okay, Green. That's okay, Mr. Solo, Stan Solo. But we'll be reporting on it. There'll probably be video about the event, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Video, yes.
Everything's going well, Green Leader, and thank you for asking. We just made it a major announcement that I'm going to be doing a panel at Celebration. The panel is called Celebrating the Ewok Adventures, both movies. So that's going to be a lot of fun with Richard Wolosky, who got this all going. So, you had to get a back operation. Sorry to hear about that.
Oh yes.
Hope you're feeling better. You definitely will put you in our prayers, Stan.
Yes, really.
So that's some exciting news. So I am officially going to be at Celebration doing at least the panel. I can't tell you guys I'm going to be signing or not, but I have friends there as well. So who knows? Maybe I'll hang out with Jeff and Order 66 and Rebel Scum when I'm there as well. So, but at least I'm finally going to be there for an official reason, which is exciting. Okay. What else? Oh, okay. So what else? What other news? Oh, after that, then we're going to be in also All for Sci-Fi will be at San Diego Comic-Con. Then we'll be at D23 in the fall as well. And just a lot of really exciting things coming out.
But we'll also be overseas too, in between time. Can't forget that.
It's going to be a banner year for All for Sci-Fi, and also for when I was doing the Ewok movies. I will be making an appearance in the first weekend of June. I will be at FedCon in Germany, also known as JediCon.
Right.
So I'll be in Germany, in Cologne, Germany. We'll be covering that for you guys, so you guys can see that convention. We'll do a walkthrough video in Germany. We'll also be at the London Film and Comic Con in July. So, and then after that, San Diego Comic Con. We're busy this year, but we already said that earlier. Yes, I couldn't agree with you more, Mike. Richard and Sarah, they're some of the best people you could know.
That's
and
we enjoy our
friendships with them. So Yes, it's just been a banner year for everything. And on top of that off, we got the window business that we're dealing with.
It's really kicking in right now too. So
yeah, we will be using StreamYard, Stan. Maybe you could help me with that because I'm still trying to get familiar with it because I keep messing up on the microphone stuff and cutting back and forth. Mm-hmm. So we'll talk to you about that off the podcast. But let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get started with the show. That's the announcements, and that's the exciting news that I've been waiting to share with you guys for a while. Yeah, Dollar Slice, that would be awesome. Hey, Dollar Slice is here.
Hey, yes, Dollar Slice.
We're going to talk to you about getting that toy done too. So
yes,
but yeah, you've probably been listening to the podcast. So the exciting news is they're going to do that. I can't get this to move. Oh, there we go. We're going to be doing a panel at a celebration. So yeah, hopefully one day Lucasfilm or Kenner will get a toy too.
Yeah, no kidding.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to talk about Halo, the series Halo. It had its first episode. It just premiered on the Paramount Network. Halo, it's based on the game, but it's not, which is good news, guys, because we watched it. And it's great that it's not based on the game. It has a great story. We're going to get into the review. It had its first episode. It's going to be 9 episodes total. Each episode cost $10 million, so it was $90 million to produce. It stars Quan Ha as Yerwin Ha, Pablo Schreiber as the Master Chief, Jen Taylor as Cortana, Natasha McElhorn as Dr. Catherine Halsey, and I'm glad it's not based on the game. But before we go ahead and get into the review, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the trailer, and then we'll be back right after the trailer is shown to go ahead and talk about it and review it and discuss it. Here we go. Here is the trailer for Halo.
Silver Team, on me.
Hey, yes, there we go. We're back.
Yes, we are.
You got to get this figured out so it doesn't show that screen for too long. But yeah, that looks great. Wow. And you know what? The first episode showed, and a lot of this trailer wasn't even in the first episode.
No, it wasn't.
So we got some great stuff coming up here pretty soon with all of it. Oh, here's our new cam above us. It's our overhead cam. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
But hey, yeah, let's talk about this a little bit, Captain Rickster.
Yeah.
So what did you guys think about the trailer? And has anybody seen the show yet as well before we get started on it? But it does look great. It does look great so far.
It's really impressive right now. I mean, I hope they keep going and it gets better.
Yes.
Because the what do you call that? Not the animation. What's the other part? The graphics on this thing was really excellent.
Right.
I can see where they spent $10 million per episode on these graphics.
That's true.
This is actually the best sci-fi I've seen. It's even better than some of the graphics off Star Trek and also Star Wars too.
I agree. I don't know if it's better, but I agree. The special effects that we saw in episode 1 and even in this trailer, it seems like it's more expensive than $10 million an episode. I mean, it really does feel like they're hitting on all cylinders. Mm-hmm. And what I like is the storyline that we've had so far with the first episode.
So far really good.
And so it's let's get into the details here, since that's what we're here to talk about. If you haven't seen it, some of you have, some of you haven't. By the way, thank you very much, Stan, he said just click on the video and it'll stop. So I'll try that next time as well.
Okay, thank you.
So thank you for that bit of information, and I'll keep picking your brain too about other stuff off the podcast. But yeah, basically it does have elements of the game.
Yes, it does.
So it's not like it doesn't have elements of the game. It has the Spartans, of course. It has and they're fighting against the Covenant, and they have the same names, Chief and this, and all the same names are the same. But at all for sci-fi, let's get into the rating. We have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars being the best. It means it's the greatest you could give it. Sometimes we wish we could give more than 5 stars to stuff. But if it's 3 stars or less, we don't recommend you stream it. Go to the movie theater, whatever it is. This is streaming on Paramount. The official all for sci-fi rating of Halo Episode 1, which is called Contact, gets an also for sci-fi rating of, I'm going to give it 4.85 stars. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
Boy, I hate to agree with you. I'm gonna give it 8 point.
No, 8?
No. I mean 5.87.
5.87? More than 5?
What did you give?
Where are you here? Are you here today?
No,
Is
not
Captain
really.
Rickster here? It's only 0 to 5 stars, Captain Rickster.
Oh,
I
okay.
gave it 4.85. What do you give it?
Oh, 8.5. Okay, I'm gonna give it 4.87.
You just said that so you wouldn't agree with me.
I didn't want to agree. I would
Yeah,
like
you don't want me to
but
knock those teeth out, buddy. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
they're already loose.
1, 2, 3.
Uh,
One of these days, we're going to get sound effects, too, like
yeah, really.
bam, bam. This is my keyboard, though. But one of these days, we'll get sound effects. Bam, bam, bam. Not Bam Bam from
Not
the
Bam Bam,
Flintstones,
no,
but,
the
you know,
Flintstones.
Bam Bam, like from the Batman series, or Pow, Bing. I'm just joking. I'm such a nerd.
Very true. Very true.
You could tell I grew up in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you gave it a little bit higher than me. Let's talk about the show a little bit. Has anybody seen it, by the way? Lay off the hooch, he said, Captain Rickster. Yeah.
I love my hooch.
Yeah. Mike is in WoW, 4.8. Hey, Mike, I almost gave it a 5-star, but I'm trying to save some of the 5 stars in case there's a
Yeah,
better episode.
That's definitely
You can't
true,
on
yeah.
the first episode. I think the only show I gave a 5-star on the first episode was The Mandalorian.
Yeah, that was the very
That was
first
the
season.
only first episode of a season that I gave 5 stars. You know, because that episode of the first season of Mandalorian, wow.
We both agreed on that one.
But yeah, it probably could have got 5 stars. It really is that
really
good,
could've,
guys.
yeah.
It really is that good. But I want to save some of it because we got 8 more episodes.
Yep, that's
So,
true.
is it worth subscribing to Paramount for? Oh, I'm sorry, I did the wrong one. Is it worth subscribing to Paramount Plus for? Stan's asking.
Yes, it is. It is because you got other shows on there too. Besides,
That's why it's worth it.
because you got other shows on there. Because you got Marvel is on there.
Is Marvel on Paramount? That's
Yeah.
on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, but there's a few.
This is why
Marvel ones.
he needs to lay off the hooch. This is
Where's my
why.
bottle?
Hey, buddy, what's up? What's up? What's my name? Just joking. Getting back to my acting days. Okay. This is why it's worth subscribing, Stan. Not just because of Halo, but there's a lot of good shows going on right now on Paramount Plus. Wake up, Captain Rickster.
Huh?
There's a lot of good shows coming on right at the moment. There's not just of course this show, but right now Picard is episodes. It's on. We're going to talk about Picard in a little bit. That's Paramount Plus too. So you'll get Picard. They just finished Discovery season 4. After Picard, they have Star Trek Strange New Worlds coming right after that on the heels of Picard. They have Star Trek Lower Decks, a whole bunch of other stuff. So that, I would encourage you, they're probably subscribed. If they got a 1-month pass where it's free for the first month, do it now because there's more shows coming along. But that is a good reason to do it. Right, Captain Rickster?
Yes, well, there's a lot of good. Just besides Star Trek, there's other good shows that we have already seen, and we've already did our
Plus, we're about
doing?
we're about sci-fi shows,
Yeah.
and there's plenty of sci-fi shows on Paramount.
A lot of stuff,
But they have other stuff too. Like they have dramas like 1883 or
Mhm.
1881, or whatever it's called, about the West.
1883.
Yeah, 83, which is a lot like that Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Well, no, Yellowstone is now. It's not in the past.
Right.
So. But they got a lot of great stuff. So yes, I would
Mhm.
recommend you subscribe if you're going to. It has a Double Dare by Mark. Who has a Double Dare? I don't know what that means, Dante. But yeah, like Mike said, Mike even mentioned Picard and Star Trek and stuff like that. I'm in Canada. He's in Canada, so he gets all the stars. Well, I don't know. If you want to watch movies too, then subscribe. to Paramount because they got a lot of movies and other TV shows as well. So go, it's up to you. But so far, Halo is great. It might convince me to subscribe. It's that good. Okay, so let's talk about Halo. Okay, so the beginning of the episode, it starts off on the it's hard for me to pronounce these names, but I think it's called Margigol is the name of the planet that they're on. And the other reason why Halo is so good, and I forgot to mention this, Captain Rickster, Halo is produced by Amblin Entertainment.
Oh, yes.
And Amblin is, guess who? Do you know who it is? Who Amblin is, Captain Rickster?
Yep.
They produced, it's going to be real quick when I say this, they produced Back to the Future, E.T., on and on and on. Who is Amblin? Steven Spielberg's company.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's produced by Amblin, and Steven Spielberg is the executive producer. So that's why I think that's a reason why it's
so good. Yes.
So basically, they start off on the planet Margigol, and they have this really beautiful shot at the beginning. It almost looks like a painting, but it's really like the landscape, like the topography. But it's beautiful, and they go and they're on this planet because it's for heavy water, I believe it said.
Heavy water, yes.
And let me see here. And at the beginning, they go into where they're extracting this heavy water, and they're having a little card game, which I thought was cool. This, and the older guy's like, messing with the new guy, and the younger kid, and the kid goes, "Oh, I've fought Marines." And while he's talking about Spartans, and then he goes, "You don't know, the Spartans are not human. They kill everything, and then they keep killing, and then they keep." It's like he's messing with this kid. It's kind of funny, and then it goes from that to it's funny. He mentioned, Mike brought up Sabak. Yeah, Sabak, but in the Halo universe, right? Which is, but the characters are interesting. Even the old guy at the card game is interesting. And then later we leave that area where they're doing the card game and out, and we see these kids, these like teenagers that are like searching for something, and that's the main character who plays Quan Ha, Yurin Ha. The character's name is Quan Ha, but her real name in life is Erwin Ha. I'm wondering what nationality she is, but I know the Ha
Chinese,
but the name Ha in Vietnamese is a name.
Yeah, I believe she's Chinese.
She might be Chinese, but the Ha name is and means river in Vietnamese. The name Ha means river, which is neat. So it's weird that her last name is
Ha,
and she's playing Erwin Ha, and that's from the game. So it's not. It's what a coincidence.
It is.
By the way, her acting
is good.
Unbelievable actress.
Spot on.
Yerwin Ha, you're doing a great job. Great job. And Master Chief is played by Pablo Schreiber, doing a great job. So basically, with the kids, we're now on the kids, and they're out looking for this. They want to find this drug that will give them it's like a hallucinogenic.
Yeah.
And they want to get high. So they go and find. She's able to find it because she's real good at finding stuff, and they're like even say that to her. And then while they do that, and they start getting high, she hears a noise and goes and walks to where she hears a noise, and it's these. It's the Covenant. It's these people that show up to, and they were inside this cave, and there's a bunch of firefighting going on, and then they come out, they spot the kids. You wouldn't get away the killing that's going on here in this show. You wouldn't get away with that in Star Wars or Star Trek because there's a lot of blood and gore. So
true.
If anybody has kids, be careful. Be very careful because there's I guess kids see a lot of blood and gore, but it's pretty like they blow half their arm off and stuff like that. It's pretty
it's pretty
ugly.
Ugly, yeah.
And she ends up she hides, and she's able to send off a red flare which warns everybody that to get ready for a fight. She manages stumbles back into the place before they close everything up. This big battle happens. The people from the Covenant, they're these big guys. They kind of remind me. You remember the movie Dune, the big creatures? They're kind of like that, but they're alien, and they are ugly. These Covenant creatures are ugly. And I buy it. The special effects are great. The CGI work is great in this episode. It looks good because we're not when you do CGI with aliens, just like you do in Star Wars, it always looks great because our eyes are trained to see human beings like ourselves. But when we're looking at aliens, we don't notice it as much that it's CGI because it seems more believable that they could look like that. That's why CGI always has a problem. And I wanted to bring something up too, Captain Rickster. We were talking about something that's related to this. And we're going to talk about this on Picard later, because they didn't, in Star Wars, what they did on the Book of Boba Fett and The Mandalorian, when they brought Luke back, a younger Luke, they used CGI. And then remember, they hired that new guy, that was making the CGI look better. He was so good that Lucasfilm hired him, and Luke looked even better in the Book of Boba Fett. But I still am catching things, and when I see him, even though it looks way better, because they're also doing that thing with the voice, where it's not really his voice, but they're matching his words, so it looks weird. Guys, what Picard did is they recast a main character, which is Guinan. They recast her instead of trying to do CGI work and have Whoopi Goldberg do the voice.
Right.
That's what I wish they would do, because the CGI to me still hasn't caught up. We notice it because we're human beings, right?
Oh yeah.
I think that's why. That's why we notice when it's a CGI of a human, it just still looks fake to me. But when it's aliens, it looks spot on. And again, long rant. Sorry about that, but that's why I love the CGI characters in Halo. And basically, what's happens is they're destroying everybody. The Spartans arrive, and remember, they were just talking about how these Spartans are terrible and they kill everything, but the Spartans are saving them. They're helping them.
Trying to save them.
Right. They're trying, but they can't. And everybody gets killed except for the girl.
Except for one.
And even the father, we thought he was going to survive, but then he tries to save his daughter.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
The general or whatever. But it's a great episode. After that, the Spartans go back to, and they discover that why they were there, and then they chase another one of them that wasn't there, that got away, and they find this object that lights up, and when he touches it, he starts seeing like visions and stuff.
Yeah, of his past life.
Later, we find out it might have been his past, because that's what the doctor thinks, who's in charge of the Spartans program. Because later, after that, they take off. He decides to take that device they found and the girl that survived, the only survivor out of 150 colonists, back to wherever the headquarters of the UNSC or whatever they were calling it. I'm all new to this, but I'm trying to learn the Halo world. So they get back there, and somehow, some way, he figures out that they're going to kill this girl, and he decides that he actually turns Chief, the Spartan Master Chief, ends up turning against them. He ends up touching the device and knocking it out. They try to shoot him down. He was going to try to get away. Then he has to use the device to get the thing started again, and that device is so powerful, it knocks out all their power, and then he gets away, and then the episode ends. Like, he decides not to turn the girl over to them, and it's just a very interesting show.
It is.
Very good show. I highly recommend it. Stan, if you want to have a great Saturday night, evening, go ahead and subscribe to Paramount Plus, or look, maybe you could find it online for free, one episode for free online.
Right.
But that's it for the Halo series about Spartans. What else? Okay, let's go ahead and talk about Picard.
Oh, yeah.
Love me some Picard, man. Wow. That show is really, great again.
Yes, it is.
So, got these three characters.
Four.
I'm doing a Captain Trickster.
Uh-huh.
These four there. This one died. The one over here to the right.
The young one.
Oh, it's on it's on your guys' right too, I think. All the way to the right. The young kid, the Romulan, ended up dying, which is terrible. So let's go ahead and do. At All for Sci-Fi, we have an official rating, as you know, 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars the best, 3 stars. Okay, the official rating for episode 4. It's called Night Watcher.
Mm-hmm.
I think you called it The Watcher earlier, but it's called Night Watcher.
Call it Night Watcher.
Okay, so the official rating is 4.45 stars. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I think I'm going to give it 4.40. It was not as great as last week's.
It was still a very good
It
episode.
was a very good episode. This week was still very good. But like you said, though, I hope they don't carry this looking for this Watcher.
Night Watcher.
Night Watcher. One more.
Well, they just found her finally at the end of the episode. And guess who it is?
Yeah.
It ends up being someone from Picard's real life, but a younger version of her, which was amazing because I know Romulans live a long time, but do they live that long?
Oh, yeah, they live a long time.
But Picard's the lady who was kind of overseeing him and watching him at Chateau Picard at the beginning of the first season, and he almost kind of had almost kissed her in the first episode. That girl shows up. Yep. So, and she is the Night Watcher. Yep. Who is somebody that helps protect someone in time or whatever, and protects the timeline. Mm-hmm. We get to learn a little bit more about all that stuff, which is kind of exciting.
Yes.
So you gave it 4.40.
Yeah.
I gave it what?
4.45.
4.5. Okay. Let me see what the people are saying about it. Mike loves Picard. He said it's so good. Stan says, "Oh man, Picard is so good. Best Star Trek ever seen." Mike agrees with Stan. I agree with both of you. Picard season 2 so far is the best Star Trek we've seen in a long time.
That's definitely true.
Since the Next Generation.
Yeah,
it's that good. They really are doing a great job. Again, this episode got pretty high ratings. 4.45 from me, 4.40 from Captain Rickster. It's definitely a show that we want you guys to make sure you guys go and see. I agree with Captain Rickster. It's kind of a transitional episode. So they're trying to transition in their timeline. They're having little things happen, like Rios got captured. Rios Cristobal got captured, and they're trying to rescue him from the immigration fiasco. What else is going on? There's just a bunch of little things going on with the episode, and which makes it great. And I love how Captain Rios is listening to them speak Spanish, and he speaks it when he needs to. And it would be neat to see if somehow he connects with that doctor. I felt there was a little bit of a connection with them. That might be neat. But that's what we're dealing with right now in this episode. And one of the things that I'm concerned about, and I don't mind if they do this in the past for another episode, maybe even at the most 2, but don't go past 2 more episodes with your being in the past. Correct the timeline and move forward. Don't make the whole season about this, please. Don't WandaVision us. Don't do that. And I loved WandaVision. I liked in the beginning. I liked the ending was just fantastic, but it just went on too long about the town. Again, this is my opinion. But let's go ahead and do that. Stan saying, can't remember her name, but the blonde doctor is one of my favorites. The girl who's with the Borg Queen.
Right.
I'm trying to remember the person's name too.
She was also in the first season.
She was in the first season, but she's really and I love the Borg Queen. The acting on this show is just amazing.
Reminds me of my mother-in-law.
What?
Reminds me of my ex-mother-in-law.
Who? The Borg Queen?
The Borg Queen, yeah.
You're funny. Let me see if I could find out who that lady is. In fact, there's other characters that are missing as well. Remember the Isa Barones who plays Daj in the first one? She hasn't shown up yet.
Nope.
Michelle Hurd, of course, who plays Rafaela is there. Allison Pill is the name of the actress. and she plays Agnes Girardi.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Mike mentioned it. Agnes.
Agnes. Yeah.
Mike always knows. He's funny.
That's true. He knows more than everybody.
Yeah. Uh-oh. What happened?
Nothing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Mike gave us one. Another one.
Oh my God. Thank you, Mike. I guess Mike wants to see the baby hand dance, the magic hand dance.
See the baby come out of retirement.
Uh-oh. I have to go get him real quick. Go ahead and talk to them for a second while I find him.
Yeah, we got to find the baby.
But what else was it?
Huh?
So Agnes Girardi.
Yes, Agnes Girardi she was like.
She's doing a great job.
She's doing a great job this time. I mean, I like her. She's not playing dumb. She's playing smart and careful with this queen. So it's like, wow, you know. Uh-oh, I think the baby's behind me. There she is. Oh, yeah. Change that diaper.
Yeah. Magic hand dance. Magic hand dance. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Magic hand dance. Magic hand dance. 'Cause I can't dance. Ooh, magic hand dance. Magic hand dance. Ooh, yeah. Do the magic hand thing. Do the magic hand thing, baby. Do the magic hand dance. 'Cause I can't dance. Magic hand dance. Oh, yeah. Magic hand dance. Magic hand dance. 'Cause I can't dance. What's your magic? Magic hand dance. Magic hand dance. Oh, yeah. Magic hand dance. Uncle.
Oh, how are you doing there, sweetie? Long time no see. How's retirement? Oh, it's good. Oh, Daddy woke me up. Oh, did Daddy change your diaper? I guess.
Uh-oh.
Woo, woo,
I forgot.
Oh.
My bad.
Put it back down.
Oh, yeah. The magic hand dance. Because it can dance.
That's definitely true.
Oh, wow. That was fun. One of
It
these
was.
days, guys, we're going to do the
he'll
song.
Make the music.
And then maybe I could like do the voice and put, with helium or something. So I sound like a chipmunk, like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Maybe that would be cool. Have Alvin and the Chipmunks do the magic hand dance.
That's true.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Dollar Slice says, I'm taking mushrooms later and listening to that song on loop.
Yeah, you'll get a good.
Yeah, that might work.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's good, but
Yeah.
it's so bad. I get it. Okay, so we're back to Picard. How do you go to Picard after you do the magic hand dance?
I know. Huh?
Oh yeah, that's funny. Okay, so yeah. Stan, goodbye. Stan has to leave, so we'll see you later,
okay,
Stan.
Stan.
But yeah, it's Allison Pill, like you mentioned earlier.
Right.
There's a bunch of characters coming up.
Haven't
It's
come up yet.
yeah, it's rumored that Marina Sirtis, who plays Dina Troy, is going to show up.
Supposedly, yes.
So
Right here.
we'll see if that happens. That would be great.
Mhm.
And Elnor, which was very sad, what happened to him? He got killed.
Yep.
But we'll see if he comes back to life by the end. But it's rumored that a lot more characters are going to come on it. Maybe even William Riker is going to show up, Jonathan Frakes. So we'll see what happens with that, see if that all comes true. But loving it so far. I'm loving all the characters, loving, everybody in it. Patrick Stewart, Jerry Ryan. I'm looking forward to seeing Daj come back because we haven't seen Daj. So,
Mhm.
Yeah. So basically, what happens is they're trying to do several different things. Like they're trying to get break out Rios, and eventually, the girl who plays the doctor gets help from the Borg Queen, and enlists her to help her fix the transporters.
Right.
And in doing so, then she cuts her off, and she also learns secrets from her. She's playing, like you said earlier. She's really playing.
She's really playing.
She's smarter than the Borg Queen, and the Borg Queen loves her.
Yes.
Because of it. There's a little love affair going on between those two girls, so which is kind of interesting. On a not necessarily, just on a mental level type of thing.
Well, that's it. I hope.
No, it's okay.
It doesn't have a body.
hey, whatever works for whoever. It doesn't matter. Love is love. It doesn't matter to me.
That's right.
It'd be nice. The Borg Queen needs to get some too. So, Will Wheaton, I don't know if Will Wheaton's coming on or not. That would be great. Why not see Wesley Crusher?
Yeah.
They're bringing everybody back. Are they bringing the doctor, Beverly Crusher, back too? Let me see. I don't see any rumors about that, so I don't know. We'll see. So basically, by doing that, they get help, so they're able. Picard ends up going. He ends up going back to 10, where he saw before he left into the past. Went into the past. He went and saw Guinan at 10 Forward in Los Angeles.
Right.
So he ends up going to 10 Forward, and then he notices that 10 is on Forward Avenue, which I thought was a cool thing. That's later she calls it 10 Forward on the Enterprise, and he kind of smiles when he sees Forward Avenue. I guess he didn't see it in the first episode when he was in the before he went to the past, which is kind of strange. But he noticed it then, and it was a cute little nod to The Next Generation, a little Easter egg there. And when he meets Guinan in the past, she's getting ready to close the 10 bar and leave for good. And Picard thinks that might be at first he thinks that might be what's going on with the timeline. Maybe that's why, because she's closing it. But back what we were saying earlier, they recast Whoopi Goldberg.
Yep.
So they had a new actress. I need to look her up. Sorry, I don't have her name. She did a great job. I don't remember her name though,
She's
Captain.
on there.
You think she is on there?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it might be Chelsea Harris.
Yes, that's who it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is because that looks like her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea Harris plays the new Guinan as a younger Guinan. I think that, and she did a great job.
Oh, heavens, yeah.
I'm sure Whoopi Goldberg's happy with her work. And that's just back to what I was saying earlier. We really do, until we get the CGI thing, just recast him. I think Sebastian Stan would have made a great younger Luke Skywalker. And if they do eventually do a Luke Skywalker series, they need to cast Sebastian Stan as Luke Skywalker.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
They cast a new guy, as we saw in the trailer of Kenobi. The young Luke Skywalker was played by it's a new actor. I forgot the guy's name. It's a kid.
He's a kid this time.
But even Mark Hamill, welcomed him as the new Luke Skywalker, which was awesome. So he says Mike says the Borg Queen, he wants to assimilate her. Yeah, I think she does want to assimilate her.
It's probably true.
Yeah. So basically, eventually Picard goes to try to meet this Watcher, and it's a little girl at first. The younger Guinan decides, and when he says who he is, she freaks out. At first, she's not going to help him. Then when he says, "I'm Jean-Luc Picard," then it's like she suddenly wants to help him. It's like she knows something. She
freaks out.
And that's when she explains to Picard what Watchers are and how they protect certain individuals throughout time and they also help keep the timeline going.
Right.
And she decides she's going to go ahead and help him. And she takes him, she's going to introduce him to the Watcher. And they're sitting in the park, and this young girl shows up, and she's got white eyes, and she starts talking. And she makes the younger Guinan leave, and Picard starts dealing with her. And then later, he's walking with a girl, and then suddenly she wakes up, and then another guy looks at him, and he has the white eyes, And Picard is sick of this and he finally says, "What is these charades going on? Charades or charades?" He says charades instead in British. Tomato, potato, potato.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so anyway, the charade, and the person explains, "I need to make sure you're not being followed." And he's sick of it. And then he gets to this one point, and this vortex opens, and out comes the Watcher. The Watcher is dun dun dun. This was a big surprise, guys. The Watcher ended up being the Romulan girl who was in the first season,
right.
Who had, and in the first episode kind of had like a little, almost Picard almost kissed her in the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find what's the name of that character. I don't think it's I think it's Orla Brady, but I'd have to, because I don't think it's Peyton List. I think that's someone else.
That's somebody else.
No, it's her, right?
Yeah,
it's not her.
No, it's her.
Loris?
No. It's her.
Okay.
That's somebody else. I know who she's playing. She plays somebody else.
Yeah, it's this girl right here, who plays the Watcher, who was in very big part of the first season.
Yeah.
And she was part of the second season as well. But so there's some twists which are amazing. That's what you want, twists. So now we're waiting to see what happens next week. We're with bated breath. Mm-hmm. But like I was saying, Captain Rickstar, really, really hoping.
Well, I feel the same way too.
I'm really hoping, guys, that they'll do it for another episode, 2 max, if you make it really interesting.
And that's it.
And then let's move on to the storyline and find out what's going on. And I don't know. And what's amazing about Picard is how great this season is, just on a different level. And I still am worried, guys, because Patrick Stewart's very up there in age, and it's showing this season.
Yes, it is.
Have you noticed it? How it seems like he's struggling. I'm starting to see it with his age, like it's getting harder for him to work. The guy should be retired, man. I mean,
but he's doing one more season.
He did commit to one more season of Picard after this.
That's it. And the rumor is that they've already signed it and it's going to start filming here soon.
I hope they do, because he's getting up there in age. God bless his soul.
Yes.
He's just an amazing man, Patrick Stewart. And, if you want to set it up later, some of these characters are so good. Can you see them doing spinoff series?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I definitely can see some of these characters like Rios. I love Rios.
Yeah, Rios would be good.
I would love to see Rios have his own show.
Oh, yeah. That'd be great.
I'm sure Mike would like that too, right, Mike? Yeah, Rios is he's a handsome man, that's for sure.
He's a character too, though,
and he's a great actor.
Mm-hmm.
So would love to see.
I think him and Agus, they should do the show to spin off together.
Yes, because they're the two.
They're kind of like they're.
Oh, I love those two characters.
Item, but they're trying not to be an item.
They're also, they love and hate each other.
I know.
They have that love-hate relationship.
Yeah, which is cool.
But Mike just said he's 81, isn't he? Yeah, he's
up there.
He's definitely up there in age. And my dad's gonna be 85 this year, and I get out. He moved not too far. He lives a little further away from me, but he's almost 85, and I worry about him. Walking from the car up in here into my place, it's like he's breathing heavy, so it's like you start to worry about people.
That's definitely true.
Yeah. So let me see how old Patrick Stewart is. I'm just curious.
He's 81.
I think he did, and usually when he says that, he said it. He's usually right, because Mike is like an encyclopedia.
That's definitely true.
He's right on the money. 81. He was born in July 13th, 1940. Yeah, my dad was born in 1937 in October. Mm-hmm. He'll be 85. But yeah, so that's it pretty much. And then once he goes back into that like time thing or vortex that she opened, and then it ends.
Yep.
One of the things that I forgot to mention, a good friend of mine who was also worked with me on the Ewok movies, ended up in this last episode of Picard. His name is Kirk Thatcher. Kirk, congratulations, buddy. They did like an Easter egg where, remember when they're on the bus and you see that punk guy, the older man playing the punk music? That's my buddy Kirk Thatcher. He was the Ewok wrangler, but when we made the Ewoks, and he did the Disney Haunted Mansion, Muppets Haunted Mansion show, and he's on this episode, and it's kind of like an Easter egg from like Star Trek the movie 4. When they come back in time, they do time travel, and he was he played the punk. It's the same guy who played him back in '84
and younger.
Yeah. And now here he is. Well, no, he's in the future, and they went to '84. So it's the same guy, older now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of neat how they did that. They used that punk rocker guy. But Kirk is just awesome. I'm so happy for you, buddy. He's just a great guy. And and the other thing is, both episodes so far were directed by Leah Thompson, who directed who was the star of Back to the Future.
Yeah.
So she would know something about time travel.
Oh, yeah, she would.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you're aware of that, but yeah, Leah Thompson directed both episodes. There's these last 2 episodes about when they went back in time, which is just, it's so awesome, all the scenarios and how they're doing it, setting it up. Yeah. So you're doing a great job over there with Picard. Great job, guys. I like I said, I am worried about how they move it forward, but it looks like we might get some great spinoffs with Rios or Jerry Ryan. I don't see, who plays 7 and 9. No, not her, but maybe Rios, Allison Pill, like you mentioned, Girardi, maybe Dasha, played by Issa Barones, maybe her, who was Data's daughter.
Right. Yep.
Maybe her. She hasn't come on this episode. Maybe the 3 of those people could get their own series.
Yeah.
That'd be neat. So
that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's. I think that's about it. I think that's a wrap for today, guys. If you missed it, you missed some exciting news. I'm just going to go ahead and repeat it. The beginning of the podcast, we shared with the news that at Celebration here in Anaheim, we're going to be doing. They're going to be doing a panel called "Celebrating the Ewok Adventures," and I will be there talking about the Ewok movies and us making them. And it was something that was written in and thought of and created by Richard Wolaski. So he gets all the credit. Thank you, Richard, and Sarah from Skywalking Through Neverland. So finally at Celebration, we're going to be talking about the Ewok movies, which is great. I can't say I'm going to be there signing, but at least we'll be doing that, and we'll be having a great time there. Who knows? Maybe Warwick Davis might show up as well, be a part of the panel. Nice. I don't know enough about it, but I just know we're doing it. I'm allowed to announce it, which is exciting news. Look on the social media later, because they're going to make an announcement about the panels soon anyway, and then we'll know when we're going to do the panel, the day and the time. But we'll also share that once we get all the news out. But again, guys, as we always say here at All for Sci-Fi, do one act of kindness this week, because you'll help make the world a better place. And in today's world, with all that's going on, with the high gas prices, with the stuff going on with the Ukraine and that crazy guy that's trying to start World War III, we need to be nicer to each other, do nice things for each other. Do that, please. Right. Remember, the Force is with you always. Live long and prosper, as we say in the Trek universe. May God bless you and keep you.
Yep. Have a great week, guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have fun. Do things that I wouldn't do because I'm too old now to do them. But anyway, enjoy the life that you got, because you only live once in life. So enjoy it. Do what you got to do and have fun.
Say hi to the upper cam.
Oh, hello.
Okay, guys.
See you next week.
We'll see you next Saturday. If we have next week, we'll be, of course, reviewing Halo. We'll be at WonderCon. That was the other big announcement. So we'll be doing all 3 days. We're going to be at WonderCon. We're going to do walkthrough videos for you so you can see what that WonderCon is like. We're also going to do interview people, other celebrities that are there. We're going to bring WonderCon to you guys. We'll be doing that next weekend. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Yes.
Bye bye for now.